So this fancy term glazing, I just thought it was called fixing the picture because it looks ugly. That's glazing! I'm going to do the color in the drums now. And I'm going right over the parts of it that have color already because it's going to turn that part shadowy. Ooh. I guess I never paid any attention to this technique because when I paint, the first wash is what I look for. Then, if I didn't get it perfect, then I go over it with another wash. So nicely defined. And I'm going to bring the drum over here. See what that is? It's blue. And I'm going to take the red, put it right over the blue, and make the drum go farther than this. But actually what's going on here? Maybe something's going on. Anyway, there you go. There, that was glazing. You'll never hear me use that term, but I looked it up. The old masters used to paint with oil, and what they do is put a real thin layer down, and then they put another layer over it, and another layer over it, and they would build up the values. They might paint like the black and the shadows, and then put all the colors on top of that. That's what they did. But I don't do that because watercolor is transparent, so it's a little bit of a different thing, but I'll show you how to do it. I saved just a little bit of this picture to show you what I think glazing is. And let's get to the picture. Okay, I painted the red in this drum, but it isn't really as vibrant as I want it to be. The thing was, see where the dark spots were? These parts right here. This was actually painted green. You can still see some green underneath that. That was green, and then I painted the red over it. And now I'm going to paint more red over it. Now the reason I painted green first is because green and red make amazing shadow. They make a nice shadow. You'll see. So I'm going to leave some of that green in there because it added a little bit of interest. And I'm going to come around here. Now the paper is dry and the paint is pretty dry. It's not real wet. Now when I was doing my research, people were saying it had to be a certain degree of liquid on your paintbrush, but I think it all has to do with, you know, what your preference is and how you feel about, you know, how much water you want to put on there. Now around here it's white, and so that's going to be real light. That's going to be light there. So actually this term just means putting a second wash on, and the second wash actually is building up the 3D character of the subject. Don't I sound like I'm a teacher? I'm your teacher today. Okay. There you go. So I don't want to take away any of the white spots, because the white spots are what makes a really, really great watercolor. The white in it. And also, this is an energy picture, and so I have to leave a lot of the movement there. Now, I don't want to get too fiddly-diddly with this, and I can do that, but you hear all that commotion out there? I'll show you what that is. the actual wood itself had some lines in it. But there's one. There. There you go. I just went over it. And now it'll stand out a little bit more. And I think there was a drum over here too. And I'm just going over that with a little red. Now in my pictures, I want it all to be balanced, and it's not. There's a lot of red down in here, and there's no red up here. And for my picture to feel good to me, there really has to be kind of a feeling of roundness. I'm looking at this, I want a feeling of circularness. And we start down here. When your eye comes, it looks at the drum, then it comes up here. So there should be a red up here, right there, right in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to almost make it look like it's a reflection on the very bottom of this. There, like that. I think that's enough. And I go up here, and I don't have anything here. I think just right on the top here. Now, I'm getting piddly-squiddly with this, but you kind of have to. And that's where the glazing comes in. That's what that means. I'm just going over it and making it more defined until it's just what I want. And now I have enough red and it swirls your eye up. I'm just going to put water on my brush so it's going to be real pale. And I'm going to go over it. Oh yeah, see, and smudge it up a little bit. Smudge it up. And almost in the shape of a drum. So your eye, you have to use your imagination if you want to see the drum there. But I don't want to go too far down. Okay. So I think I'm done with this picture. And I like it. And if I sell it, somebody will get an excellent picture. But if I don't sell it, it's okay, because I'm just really having fun painting for the venue. It's giving me a chance to explore new ways of my art and thinking about what I'm doing and putting terms to it. That was glazing. Another term I would use is how to paint the energy. And I learned a lot more about that while painting this subject. So actually the Pub 282 has given me a great way to get my art out of my house. Why do you mean? I'll show you. These are all the ones. I got them in here. I do. Yes, Leo. Yeah, I got them all in here. So it's better to have a venue where I can put them on the wall and maybe put them on somebody else's wall. A lot better than having them in a stack in my living room. Anyway, I'm going to frame this up, get it down in the pub. Now I'm getting excited. It looks like a piece of work now. I'm really proud of it. Wow. That's glazing! And sometimes you do it on purpose. I never did it on purpose. I did it after the picture. Do it whatever way you like. Until later. I'm working. You should be too. And watch the birds out your window. They're fun. Till later. I'm going to work. Hope you find your yeah. Glazing. I just thought it was called fixing an ugly picture. Now we know.